Now my mic's working. All right, good deal. All right, good morning. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Hello, Butterfly71, Killer Carla, hello. How are y'all doing this morning? Hang on, I got to switch over to my other scene and change my mic. One sec. Let's see, screen share. Okay, I already changed it. All right. One sec. I forgot I can't. Here, I'll turn that all the way down. Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. So, as you can see by the title of this stream, we're going to talk about homeless camps. So, in the last few, I guess I'd say in the last few days, I've been thinking about kind of what all we have been able to accomplish in the last, year. And I think we've been able to accomplish quite a bit. Hello, hand pink waving. You got to see what I see on the chat when somebody sends an emoji through. It comes through. Instead of showing the emoji, it explains it. Like this one, it says hand pink waving. That's so funny. I've been thinking about a lot about, what we've been able to accomplish. And I think we've been able to accomplish quite a bit, actually. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about what we've been able to accomplish. What you see on the screen in front of you is the Nomadic web page. Yeah, it is weird. I don't know why it does that. But what you see on the screen in front of you is the Nomadic map. This is where all of my data goes into. This is South Austin that you're basically looking at. This is, let's zoom in here. So this is 183 and 71. See if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Okay. Let's look right here. So this is 183 and 71. This is the water tower camp right here. This is Ben White that you see running along, and then 183 is out over on the other side. But this is the water tower camp, and this is one of the biggest. It is the biggest camp, I think, in Austin. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more onto the water tower camp. Because, okay. So what we're looking at here is when you look and you see like these trails going through the woods. That is the trails, the actual paths that run in through this homeless camp. In the wooded area that you're looking at, it is completely full of people. There's probably, I don't know. Let me see. We did a count. City council district. So, you can see there's, we've encountered hazardous waste. That's human waste, propane, chemical waste, gasoline, fentanyl, needles, and heroin. All of that is in, and also I need to add methamphetamines to that. Okay, good job, Killer Carla. So anyway, all of you guys can look at this if you want. You just go to nomadic.ai and you can see this map. You can see all the maps that are all the camps that I've covered in the city. That is the water tower camp, and then on down over here, this is the camp that I took Daniel Betts to the other day. This is Riverside and 183. This camp is actually this camp and the water tower camp. They're actually in the process of being cleaned right now. I want to show you guys a video real quick of the water tower camp. Hang on one sec. Let me make sure I got the water tower camp up. I want y'all to see what it looks like in there. Okay, so this is the water tower camp. So this video that you're looking at is the water tower camp. Look at that. Just look how bad it is. I shot this video not long ago. Yeah, it's big. It's massive. But you can see, I mean, it's just full. It looks like a land. Look, I mean, you're walking through a landfill, basically. This is a very, very large camp. And, yeah, I mean, what can you say about it? Everything that's in here is being cleaned out. The water tower camp is being cleaned. This whole area. So if you look at the water tower camp, if you look at, let me see if I can do it like a weatherman. Hang on. It's going to take a sec for my camera to catch back up. So the side that's closer over to this side over here, that side's already been cleaned out. Where you see the trails running down, you see the trails kind of running down through. I can't get my hand over there, but only half of the camp remains. The rest of it's been cleaned out. Yeah. So, and the whole camp's going to be cleaned. Was talking to the folks that's going to be doing it, and it's actually going to be cleaned out. The whole dang thing is going to be cleaned out. There's so much stolen property in this camp. There's a guy that follows me. Yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but he had a trailer parked at his house, and it was stolen. And thankfully, he had an air tag on, you know, a Apple air tag. He had it on the trailer, and he tracked that trailer to this particular camp. And he ended up going out there. And he was talking to the people that were there. He felt like they were trying to set him up. They were going to rob him. They were going to do something to him. So he split real quick. I will tell you that it is not a good idea to go into these camps and start asking about stolen property. These camp cleanings are incredibly expensive. We've seen invoices for the cleanups in Dallas. Yeah, they are. So let me show you one to give you an example of just how expensive these cleanups can be. So there's one camp. Where are we at here? There's Zilker. Okay. There's one camp up here, and this is in the Bolden Creek Greenbelt. And you can see we have already taken most of the camp boundaries off of this area. But you can see it just a little bit of one small camp up at the tip of that. But this whole green area you see kind of in the middle of your screen runs from basically right down here all the way up. That is the Bolden Creek Greenbelt. It was one, oh man, what did I do? It was one massive homeless camp. And so, yeah, well, this one didn't, funny enough. This one did not end up occupied again. So they cleaned this one, what are we in, 2024? They cleaned this one at the end of, let me see if okay, so they cleaned this one in 2023, and it cost them about $100,000. They did not do anything to stop people from coming back in, so it was reoccupied within about a month, and they let it grow to the point to where it was just unmanageable. You can go to my Twitter and find a bunch of videos that I posted about it. But then at the end of last year, they ended up cleaning the camp again, and this time it cost close to $400,000. So in about a little over a year, they spent over $500,000 cleaning this one camp. And I was just out there here just the other day, and it has not been reoccupied. It is still actually very clean, which is really cool. It's the neighborhood association. One of the guys that's on that neighborhood association I talked to, he actually ran for council not long ago, but they kept that one clean. Do a FOIA on the total money spent on cleanups. I bet they will claim proprietary information. They probably will. I have the contracts in hand, for these crews that's cleaning stuff up. We may look at that here in just a little bit, but I do have the contracts that we can look at, especially the bridge cleanings, the cleanings that happen under the bridges, and I have those numbers as well. And it is a crazy number. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is a crazy number. But what I wanted to really talk about was camps that we were able to feature on the channel and then have them cleaned out. And one of my favorite, or I don't want to say favorite, but a camp that I have been featuring for a long time is the Williamson Creek Greenbelt at Stastny and 35, which is right here. This is Stastny Lane in the middle of your screen. This is Stastny running, let's see, right. Hang on, I'm trying to do this weatherman style, and I'm not very good at it. Hang on. Let me see here. Let me see how I can do this. So this is the homeless camp, the Williamson Creek Greenbelt homeless camp. And let me zoom into it a little bit. This is at Stastny and 35. So, and you can see just how big it is. I mean, this is 35, right back over. Hang on, let me see how I could do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do this I'm trying to do this as a weatherman. So my hand is on 35, and then this down here is Stastny, and then right back up here, this is where the homeless camp starts. This was a massive camp. It had been there forever. For as long as I've been doing this, it's been there. And you can see our trails that we walk through there. So the building that you're seeing right in the middle of your screen, that is Lowe's. And I think you guys, most people that have followed me for a while know that I talk about the Williamson Creek Greenbelt a lot. But yeah, so and we were able to feature that, and we were able to help get that cleaned out. The people that were living there were moved. There was probably 35 people, maybe 40 people living in that Greenbelt. And over the years, it's gone downhill. When I very first started doing this, the people that were living there, they took care of the area. They tried to keep it clean. They got their trash out of there. And as time went on, the drugs came in, especially the meth came in. And with meth comes a lot of stuff. These people get high on meth, and that's all they want to do is just, they run around and try to, they collect things and take shit apart, and it's actually kind of crazy. But that one was cleaned. And then if you look, one that we featured here very recently is on the other side of 35. It's still the Williamson Creek Greenbelt. Let me zoom in here. It's still the Williamson Creek Greenbelt, but it's on the other side of 35. This is the one where I ended up finding the guy that was on fentanyl. He's a young guy living in his truck, and started trying to help this guy. I've talked to him quite recently. I need to message him this morning is what I need to do. I need to message him and check on him, but he's on his medications, and he's not on fentanyl anymore, which is really good. So he was living in that area. That area has also been cleaned up. So, I mean, we've had success getting a lot of these camps cleaned up, and a lot of these camps cleaned out. The Tom Donovan, we've done a lot with the Williamson Creek Greenbelt, and it basically runs east and west all the way across to Austin. So right here, this is on, I think this is South First. This is South First and Stastny. You see this little kind of like half moon shaped camp. This is the Tom Donovan Nature Trail. We were able to get that cleaned out as well. I featured that last year, and it was cleaned out. And then, of course, you keep going on down the Greenbelt, and then you will come to Rami's camp. Everybody knows Rami. This is Rami's camp over here. The Austin Chainsaw guy. That's his camp over here at Westgate and Stastny. Westgate and Stastny. That's Rami's area. If you go off into those woods walking, you're going to come across a bunch of crosses, and it's pretty wild. So, and it's very Blair Witch. You know what I mean? Like, y'all remember that movie Blair Witch? It's very Blair Witch like, but I will not go back in there right now, because the last time we were there, he was not happy that we were in his area. So, and I don't want to have any trouble. And he is one of those guys that's unpredictable that will give us a lot of trouble. So I'm staying out of that area for right now. But one of these camps that I am the most proud of, this is the Stevenson Nature Preserve, what you're seeing on your screen. The Stevenson Nature Preserve is exactly what it is. It's a nature preserve. Live off slaughter and the bridge that crosses before Manchac. Brushed by the train tracks, impound a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've covered that area, Anonymous. There's a lot of camps under there. A whole lot of camps under there. But what you're seeing here, like I said, is the Stevenson Nature Preserve. And I just featured this one here recently, I think at the end of August. And you can, if you zoom in on the map, you can see the trails and how they run. This is how the actual trails in the homeless camps run. So you can kind of see how they zigzag through the woods. And this one has been cleaned out. Everybody that was living here has been moved out of there. And they are cleaning the preserve, and they are getting it turned back into, hang on a sec. They're getting it turned back into a nature preserve. And so this is one of my favorite camps that we've covered, because it was such a bad area. Let me actually show you. Let's see, screen share. Hang on. Let me show you a video from in there. One sec. Hey, Butterfly, I'm currently at the VA. Always. The VA. I've heard some bad stuff about the VA. Stevenson Nature Preserve. Let me show you guys a video from the Stevenson Nature Preserve. So the video that's on your screen, like I said, it is the Nature Preserve. You can see just how bad it is and how dirty it is. It's really not a nice area, and a lot of dogs, a lot of people, but it is clean. All of this that you're seeing right now is gone. I shot this video, I think, on August the 26th. It could have been the 27th. And yeah, this is all gone now. It's been cleaned out, and they are trying their best to get the nature preserve back to what it should be. But the problem is, the city goes in and they try their best to get people to go to shelter. These folks may go to shelter, but they don't stay there. Most of these people have issues, drug, alcohol addiction. Something is wrong that's causing them to be homeless. There's a cause most people are not homeless just because they want to be homeless or because of money issues. Now, there may be money issues, but the money issues are usually caused by drugs and alcohol. You can't keep a job. If you could be a functioning alcoholic for a certain period of time, but sooner or later you're going to lose it all. And they think they have this policy. It's called housing first. They think that if I put a roof over somebody's head, that's it. That's it. Homelessness is over. We don't have to worry about it anymore. They are no longer homeless. And that is not the case. That is not the case. A very large percentage of the people that are moved to shelter do not stay there because they can't do what they want to do. They can't drink. They can't smoke. They can't do drugs in these shelters. So they will come back on the streets. We go to these camps before they're closed down and talk to people. We go to these camps after they're shut down and talk to people, and we see the same faces. And I will ask them, did you go to shelter? Did you go to the North Bridge or South Bridge shelter? And they'll say, yes, we did. But I come back out here. I'll keep that room in the shelter. That way I can have a place to go chill out if I need to, or I can go, sleep. I can go wash my clothes, whatever. But they're not actually using the shelter. They're just keeping it. And staying in the camps. And if you ask me, that is sad, because there are people out there that really do want to get off the streets. And the only way the city will close these camps down is if they have enough shelter beds. They'll go into a camp and they'll say, okay, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 10 people in this camp. We have 10 shelter beds. Okay, we can shut this camp down. And then they will post signs saying this is the date and time that the camp will be shut down. So it's sad, man. It is really sad. Look, a lot of people out there think that drugs and alcohol are not a driving force in homelessness, and that's not true. Drugs and alcohol are a huge problem in the homeless community. I would say most all homeless people are using drugs or alcohol. Now, drugs may not have been the cause of a person going homeless, but while they're on the street, they end up getting on drugs just to cope with life on the street. Life on the street's hard, man. I was on the street, and life is, when you're on the street, it is not easy. It is one of the, I don't even know how to explain it. It's incredibly difficult. And if you can survive being on the street and work your way out of homelessness, you can survive anything. I can tell you that much. So, Stevenson Nature Preserve. There was actually 2 different camps in the preserve. You see the square one and then the kind of the long one. Those have all been cleaned out, every one of them. And now we go north, because this is another one that just happened. We're going to go up to the 183 Cameron Road area up here in the northeast part of Austin. This area was really bad. Walnut Creek runs through here. Walnut Creek runs basically right beside 183. And if you guys will remember, last week I featured these camps right here. Let me get back on my screen. So this camp right here is a big one. This one has a lot of trash. And then you keep going over to the other one that's on down the highway. That's where the garbage was in the in the creek. And I'm going to show you that right now, actually. I'm going to show you the garbage in the creek. Let me see here. Ben White Water Tower. That's it right there. And we're just going to loop it. Okay, so this is it. What you're looking at is Walnut Creek at Cameron and 183. All that trash you see is inside the creek. It is in the creek itself. And I know it's hard to see on video, but that is a very steep area. That creek is, it's a good probably 50 feet down from where I'm at to the trash. And all of that trash is in the creek. It's not on the side of the creek. It's not falling in the creek. It is in the creek. And all of that trash comes from the homeless camps in the area. What they do is they don't want to keep a lot of trash in the camp that they're in, because it draws rats and snakes and maggots and all kinds of nastiness. So they just kind of throw it off into the creek. That's what they do. They throw it off into the creek. And this is being cleaned up. We found this. We were out here yesterday morning. Butterfly, I know you were live with me. Killer Carla, I know you were live with me when I found out that they were out there cleaning it. So the city jumped on this one really, really quickly, and I'm very proud of that, because that creek, it's such a shame. Environmentally, it's such a shame. Look at all that stuff. I mean, tons of garbage. Tons and tons of garbage. Let me see what's next. The same area. I've got several videos from this area that I'm going to show you guys. So this video is interesting because this is a camp that is all ladies. They're all older ladies in this camp. We paid to get a water test done in a similar looking creek in Dallas. Insanely dangerous amounts of E. coli. Oh, I can imagine. There is so much human waste and stuff in that garbage. And these ladies are living right there where that creek is at. This camp is right on the creek. And this is a rare camp in Austin because this is all ladies living here, all females, and they're all older. And I'm going to tell you what, let me back this up. Hang on. I want to show you something. So do you see that tent that's right in the center of your screen? There's a lady sitting in there, and she was butt naked. And she's an old lady, and she's sitting on the ground. She's not sitting on a bed or a towel or a sleeping bag. She's sitting on the caliche or the dirt, the clay, whatever you want to call it, butt naked. And I gave her a handful of smokes and several bottles of water, and I moved on. I didn't want to hang out there and keep looking. It was bad. That's the thing that gets me about these folks living in these camps is how they stay healthy, because she was an older lady, and when you get older, you got to watch your health. And she is just butt naked, sitting in a homeless like on the ground of a homeless camp, and it's so bad. They're drinking the water and even bathing, and it's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. But yeah, she's right now in this video. I walked away from that tent and took a video. She's in there butt naked. But this was a bad area. These ladies, they have completely destroyed this area. Butterfly. It's bad, I'm telling you. You guys don't realize how bad it is. I was trying to find a way to get a video or at least a picture because I didn't think anybody would believe me. This is the same area. This right here, what I'm showing you, this is the same area, but what this is a trash pile. The camp is behind me, the tents and everything. And like I said, because they don't want to keep all the trash inside their camp, they pile it up. And this is about shoulder high to me. That's how much garbage is in this pile. It is absolutely massive. Now there's the camps right behind, and they keep the garbage separate. And you can't imagine the smell. This is all in that same area. This has all been this is where they were cleaning yesterday, or this is what the area looked like that they were cleaning. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me show you. I got one more video from here that I want to show you. Yep, this right here. This is the same camp, but I'm actually walking through the camp area. So this just shows you the size of the camp and how big it is. I mean, all the stuff that they have, the shopping carts full of junk. And on the way out of the camp, you will see all of these shopping carts piled up on the sides of the trail. And again, that's just all the stuff that they have collected. Look at all this stuff. Tires and shopping carts full of stuff. This is a methamphetamine camp, by the way. And you can tell it's a methamphetamine camp by the amount of stuff. All they do is they get high and they go around town collecting stuff. But, yeah, methamphetamine camp, y'all. Crazy, ain't it, to see this? And to think that all of that, what we just looked at, is in this one square right here. It's all in that one square. So crazy, man. It's all in that one square. You can see the trails inside there now that I'm zoomed in. Um, you can see the trails and how they run. But it worries me about those ladies living there and you know, their safety. The streets are dangerous for females, especially females that are alone. And rape and sexual assault is a huge, huge issue in the homeless community for females. And most females will, they will find a guy to stay with. Doesn't matter if she likes him or not, but she will attach herself to a guy and just to keep herself safe. What do they do with the tires? You've got me. I have no clue what they do with those tires. There's a lot of them, though. I can tell you that much. And the homeless camps in Austin, there's tires everywhere in these homeless camps. But you can see how many tires there are. I don't know what they do with them. I don't know where they come from, how they get them. I have no idea. So crazy. But the garbage is not the biggest. I mean, the garbage is a huge problem. But for me, anyway, in my mind, the biggest problem is going to be fires. A lot of fires in these camps. A whole lot of fires in these camps. And this is a camp that burned here in Austin. You can see just how much look at this. Look, let me see if I can get you a better view here. Hang on. So there's a picture that I put in the video of this fire burning. You can see how close this fire was to these houses. It was very close to houses. And, you know, I'm surprised it didn't burn the houses, to be honest. But just look how completely that's burned. Those are trees. Those are big trees down there. And I think this camp was burned on purpose for one reason. It was either the day of or the day before that this camp burned, the city went out and notified the people living there that they were shutting the camp down. It's going to be shut down. Spam. Good Lord. Do y'all get a lot of spam calls too? Or am I the only one? Surely I'm not the only one that gets a bunch of spam calls. But anyway, the city went out and told them that, hey, we're shutting this camp down. Get your stuff. Get out of here. And that's it. You're done. And then they burn it that day. Let's see. Co-hosting. So, yeah, guys, y'all give me one quick second here. I will be right back. I'm gonna let you guys watch this. By the way, I'll let you guys watch this. I have to go to the restroom real quick. Give me 1 sec. All right. My bad. My bad. I had to go. All right, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. But I had to go. Where was I at? Here? Oh, we were talking about the camps we've gotten closed down. This one is I'm very proud of to get this done because of the shape that Walnut Creek was in. There's a lot more out here that we're working on right now. You can see, right, and guys, yeah, anybody has access to this. It's Nomadik with a K, nomadik.ai, and you can view the same map. It has every bit of my research on it. So anybody can view it. Anybody. But as you can see, there's still a lot more out here. There's still a lot more camps that, we've got to get covered and get taken down. So, yeah. You get notifications several times daily about trash fires through Citizen. Yeah, there's most of the time when you see trash fires, if you look at the map, if it's in a wooded area or a grassy area, or it's an area that there could be homeless camps, it's probably homelessness related, I would imagine. And if you look, Austin is weird when it comes to homeless camps. So I'm going to zoom out, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but let me make this bigger so I can kind of show y'all what I'm talking about here. So looking at Austin as a whole, homelessness in this town is very, it's in the south part, which is down here. What we're looking at, this is down here in the south part of Austin, but it's also like it runs in a, I guess I call it like a comma. Hang on, let me get it to where I can point to some stuff here. What am I doing? It looks like a comma. So, running down, this is 183 all the way up. This is where 183, I'm trying to do the weatherman stuff again. Where 183 runs up, that's Mopac and 183. And then, straight, so it basically runs in like a comma around the city. And, I'm not really good at the weatherman stuff, am I? Not really good at the weatherman stuff. All right. I wished I was better at it, but I'm not. I'm not a weatherman. But it is cool that the technology is so much easier to use now. I mean, I can just point at things on a map. It's pretty awesome how that works. But, yeah, we've gotten a lot of stuff done in the city. We've gotten a lot of stuff closed down. We've gotten a lot of camps. One of the first camps that we were a part of getting closed down is this one right here. I always called this one the Violet Crown. It's not even big on our map anymore. It's right here at the corner of 290 and Mopac. Right up there where the... oh, shoot. Never. I'm going to stop trying to point. But it's right up there by the Best Buy, behind the Best Buy. That is the camp that you guys remember me talking about Arlie from South Center Street and that murder that he was involved in. That's where it happened at. A man got shot in his tent, and it was connected to South Center Street. But that's where it happened at the Violet Crown. And this area is really bad for homeless camps. I know you guys see right in the middle of the screen, that is the Barton Creek Greenbelt homeless camp. And it is a bad one. They've got that clean. They cleaned it out, but it's already back to, the condition that it was before the clean out. And that's the problem. They do all of these cleanings, but they have no way to stop people from going back in there. You know what I mean? They clean. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I would bet that the Barton Creek Greenbelt, when they cleaned that, it took so long and so many people. I would imagine the bill probably went up into the millions for that cleaning. And the problem is once they were done, they left, but there was no way to keep people from staying there. So it's already back to the condition it was beforehand. It's not as bad this time, but it's still bad. And until they actually start addressing the causes of homelessness, until they start addressing the symptoms and causes, this problem, it's just going to be a rinse and repeat. We're just going to keep doing it over and over and over. And, you know, I know that there's some folks watching me from Dallas right now. And let me see here if we're in Dallas. I think, yes, you can probably see the map in Dallas. Sorry about my dog barking out there. But it's the same problem in Dallas right now, too. Waco, Ennis. I mean, we have mapped a bunch of camps in Dallas as well. You have to kind of zoom in on this. If you have the app on your phone, you can see things much easier. But most of the camps that we have mapped up in Dallas right now are around the highways and, again, in the green areas. But yeah, I'm going to be spending some time in Dallas coming up pretty soon, to where basically I'm trying to do the same thing in Dallas as what we're doing here in Austin. I'm just having trouble spending enough time up there to, focus enough attention like I do here in Austin. But up here, I mean, the north part of Austin... The north part of Austin, it's not immune. It's not immune at all. This is Lake Creek Parkway and 183. This is where we did that cleanup. I don't know if anybody watching was a part of that cleanup with us, but that's where we did the cleanup. Let me see here. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for, I'm not very good at saying like and subscribe and all that. I need to be better at that, don't I? I should be better at that. But I'm going to show you what we were able to take out of that homeless camp that we cleaned. Let's see, Lake Creek cleanup. This is the Lake Creek cleanup. And do you see all this stuff? We were able to take out about 2 tons of garbage, and we did it by hand. We didn't have any machinery. We had trash bags, shopping carts, and bags. And this right here, what you're looking at, is just a small portion of what we were able to take out of there. Out of the woods, and people had no clue that this stuff was even there. That's the thing that I hear the most. People are like, "Well, I had no clue that I had no clue it was this bad," and you won't unless you walk off in the woods. You will not. But that is all the stuff that we were able to take out of that camp. And of course, there's Mackenzie Kelly. She is councilwoman for District 6. And I would like to recommend that you guys vote in November and vote for Mackenzie Kelly, because she is one of the only council members in this city that would care. And I'm going to tell you right now, not only is she one of the only ones that actually care, but she came out and did this cleaning with us. She came out and got her hands dirty. She came out and got completely eaten by chiggers cleaning this camp. You wouldn't find another council person in Austin, another council member in Austin, that would have came out and done anything like this. But Mackenzie does. She does. And she's a very awesome person. But, yeah, that was a lot of stuff we took out of there. Man, we got chiggered. We got eaten by the chiggers that day. Yeah, you could see behind them, look behind them, there's garbage bags full of stuff. We took out, I think it was 2.5 tons of garbage and shopping carts and wood and poop buckets. Sadly, there was a lot of poop buckets in there, and I'm gonna tell you, they are still there because I I'm not gonna touch a poop bucket. I fell into one, and I'm not gonna deal with another poop bucket. So, yeah, yeah, but that's it right there. That's where it's at. It is right there by that Walmart. Let's see. Is there any other areas up there? There's got to be that I've covered. Let's see. Anderson Mill, Pond Springs, Jollyville. Oh yeah, this area right here. This is the area that this whole thing started with me. Breaker Lane and 183. Breaker and 183. These are the types of people we need representing our city. Yes, we need more people like Mackenzie. We need more people that care. More people that are not afraid to get out and, be with the community and dig in. Mackenzie is the only one that you would ever find doing that. I'm just going to say that you wouldn't find another one of these council people that would get out and do anything like what she does. This lady that is running against her, Krista Lane, she is an identity politics guru, and that's all she's got. That's all she's got. It's like the drag queen brunch. That's all she has is identity politics. Mackenzie's out in the community. She's out, talking with people about homelessness, talking with people about crime. She's in the communities trying to help people get their areas cleaned up. She does the Mackenzie is a volunteer firefighter as well, and she holds what is it? It's called the CERT Community. So it's CERT, Community Emergency Response Team. She does trainings for CERT. And, she tries her best to help the community. And she is the only Republican in the city of Austin in the leadership. And I feel bad for her because she takes so much shit from people because of that. But she is a wonderful person. I know her personally, and I can tell you where her heart is. And it is definitely with wanting what's best for the city. And that's in my experience, that's unusual for a politician. Most politicians care about the political wins, but Mackenzie cares about the community before she even thinks about politics. So, but yeah, we've gotten a lot done, y'all. We've gotten a lot done in this city over the last year. Very thankful that I've been given this chance, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to continue. I'm trying. What I'm trying to do right now is get my. Let me just show y'all. I'm trying to get my channel, especially on YouTube and X, back to where I can monetize it again. Because we're bringing in nothing right now as far as revenue. And we live off of donations, and those are few and far between. And it's hard. So I'm trying to get the channel back to where I can monetize it again. I should be able to reapply. I've been removing a lot of the material that they do not want, that they don't want me to use. But you can see right now, this is why they say that I can't monetize. Here, let me actually move it. Look right by my head. Reused content. They say that I'm reusing content or reusing somebody's content. Every ounce of content on my channel comes from me. And this is ridiculous. This is stupid that they're saying that I'm reusing content. And most of everything that I do on YouTube right now is live. It's not filmed stuff. Sometimes I do put some stuff up that I filmed, but most of it is completely live. But yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to get the channel back to where it needs to be remonetized. That way we can continue. I hate having to ask for donations. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But there's no other way right now. There's absolutely no other way, or we just cease to exist. And, you know, just, I don't know. It sucks, man. It sucks. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, they're saying I'm reusing content, or reusing either. I don't know if they mean I'm reusing my own content or I'm reusing somebody else's content. See, it says content that's clearly, content is not clearly an original creation of this channel and may have been repurposed from another. See, that's it's content that is not clearly an original creation of this channel and may have been repurposed from another source without adding significant original commentary. That's what they say. And every piece of content on this channel is from me. I'm not repurposing it from some other place. I don't know where and it's just an excuse to say, no, you're demonetized. That's exactly what it is. It's just an excuse. But, yeah. That's what they say. Edit my channel and reapply. So, I don't know, guys. But I appreciate everyone for watching and interacting and sharing, and, you know, I can't thank you enough. The donations we do get, like I said, they're few and far between, but it you know, every little bit helps. And I absolutely hate having to ask for donations, but at this point there's just no other way to keep. There's just no other way. So yeah, it's done all the time. You're right, Butterfly, but they apparently don't want me doing it. But even if I was doing it, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's like today, I showed videos. All the videos I shot myself. I'm doing this live. When we're on the streets, obviously that's not repurposed. I mean, I'm doing it live from the street. You know, it's just, everything is so crazy right now when it comes to monetization, and it's so stressful. But, anyway, well, guys, I am going to end now. Just wanted to talk about some of the stuff that we were able to do this past year and give you guys an idea of what you're supporting and why you're supporting. We are getting things done. We are making a big difference in the community, not only for taxpayers, but also for homeless people, because when these camps get shut down, they are actually offered shelter. So, rolling fair user banner. I need to fix some stuff. I've got a rolling thing down at the bottom of this one, if you can see it. Can y'all read that? Or is it too small? I couldn't remember if anybody could read that or not. Can you read that at the bottom? I hope so. Anyway. Oh, man. So tonight, I'm going to be out on the streets tonight. Austin After Dark is going to be our weekly stream from the streets. That's going to be tonight, probably right about 7 o'clock or so. And maybe a little bit earlier. We'll see what happens when I get started and how long we'll go tonight. But I appreciate everyone for being on. Butterfly, you're here all the time, and that's so awesome. I miss the other Butterfly, but it's nice to have her in the evenings and on the weekends. The Butterfly Squad. But anyway. Well, guys, I appreciate it. Like I said, kind of small. I knew it was kind of small. I knew it should have been bigger. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Here, maybe I can just run it across the top. Ka-chow. I don't know. I don't know if that's any better. But anyway, guys, thanks for being on. Butterfly, thank you. Thanks for putting that in the chat. I appreciate it, folks. Like I said, tonight, Austin After Dark, probably going to start right around 7, maybe just a little bit before. But definitely going to be here by at least 7 o'clock tonight. And but yeah, thanks guys. I will see you guys a little